Hello Aries, welcome to your 2023 yearly general reading. This reading is for anyone that has a placement in the sign of Aries, such as Ascendant, Sun or Moon. Also, please have in mind this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest behind. In this reading, I'm gonna go through each one of the months and I'm gonna make a final overlook of all the energies presented for you Aries and for everything to do with any area of your life in the year 2023. It's a year that comes down to the number 7, and December is the number of God. So let's see if we are going to be divinely protected, divinely guided in all the changes, all the processes that are about to happen for Aries in 2023. I'm gonna start by pulling cards for the first 3 months of the year, and we have January, 9 of Cups, February, 5 of Cups, and then March, 7 of Wands. Aries, I believe that you are going to be starting the year 2023 with a wish coming true, something that it's really going to make you emotionally happy and satisfied. You're gonna be completely fulfilled, and your emotions are going to be running high. Something that you really appreciate and desire in your life is going to be happening. And what a better start of the year, Aries. Literally, whatever you want to become reality for you, whatever that is going to make you completely emotionally satisfied, might be available for you in January. We are going to have Jupiter returning to the sign of Aries around Christmas time, and honestly, we are beginning, and I'm talking we because I have an Aries ascendant, and I believe that we are going to be very happy with the developments that Jupiter is going to bring once it re-enters Aries. So, all this happiness, of course, might bring us to a situation in which there is still missing, there is something lacking out of the situation in February. It's probably a situation in which all of a sudden we Aries are reminded about how successful, how emotionally satisfied we can be. So when we are on the top of the mountain, in happiness wise, of course we can see everything that is missing. And our happiness is sometimes the radar for what is not presented around us. But this is a blockage, an emotional blockage, and it's something from the past that doesn't need to stay there. It's a reminder that we really need to appreciate whatever is available right here and right now for us, Aries. And it's presented by the 2 cups standing up behind the person that is regretting anything to do with their past. But anyway, this is the energy of jumping high and having the opportunity to look of what else is missing. If you can understand my point, it's like it's not going down. It's something like, okay, we have whatever we wanted to have. We are emotionally satisfied. Now there is something else. It's missing. But what are we going to do in March? When we actually enter the season of Aries, what we are going to do is actually we are going to protect our interests, defend our position, whatever that means. It's like Aries gets to a higher level, then understands what else is missing, and then you get into a fight, Aries. Like you really start to protect, defend whatever you want to protect or defend in your life. It's business-wise, might be something to do with your career, might be something to do with your business development. Either way, you're in a much better situation than probably your opponents. And it's 7. It's not only that the energy of this card is matching the energy of the year, but which is talking about divine protection in the month of March. But also in the month of March we have first Aries new moon for the year, and we're going to have 2. So whatever Aries is trying to achieve, it's going to be supported by the energies that are happening in the same period around the Aries new moon. So I see a very strong beginning of 2023 for Aries, being emotionally satisfied, then realizing what else is missing in order to make, this 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and then Aries decides to fight for whatever they believe it's needed to be completely emotionally satisfied. So let's pull 3 cards for April. We have the Queen of Cups. May is going to be represented by Ace of Wands, Aries. And June, the month of June, is going to be represented by the Sun. Aries, as I said, a very strong beginning at the first 3 months with something to do with your dreams coming true and you fighting to get them even more completed, more satisfying to you. And then in April, in the season of Aries, of course, you are actually going to be completely satisfied with the results. It's like a missing piece of the puzzle. It's coming in the picture for you, for your enjoyment, because it's like you are, by the first 4 months of year 2023, you are actually going to be 10 of Cups Aries. You're going to have such developments in which you're gonna be maximum satisfied on an emotional level. You're gonna realize this probably in April, when everything seems to be aligning in the right way for you. Like you completely have everything you need in your hands, in your heart, up front of you, whatever that means for you. You are in a very emotionally satisfied situation. And not only that, seems to me you know something that other people don't. That's what I want to tell you. It's like you have a vision and you have a approach to the situation that other people just don't have available for them. And not only that, it's like you in the month of April actually are taking care for the people around you. You might become a leader of a situation in terms of you leading people, you taking care of your staff, the team that you are working with, whatever, but you are in a very strong mental position. And you can literally attract to yourself whatever is that you desire in the month of April. And I'm saying this because I see then in May and then in June, just look at that. A passionate new beginning, a new project. It might be anything that really turns you on, to be honest, in the full meaning of you being turned on, Aries. Ace of Wands is a brand new energy, a brand new sparkle inside of you, a brand new belief, a brand new chapter. It's a beginning to be in love with, something that gets you going. This is your energy, this is your fire, and your fire is burning strong in May. It's like this is the final month in which Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Aries for the next 12 years. So you have a momentum there to really explore to the very bottom of it the energies, the blessings of Jupiter. And then the sun is gonna shine in June for whatever beginning you started in the month of May, Aries. It's like all of a sudden It's not all of a sudden, because you have a kickstart beginning. Something that you really desire and you want the most is happening. Then you recognize what else is missing. You fight for the rest to put it into, into the pile of your emotional satisfaction. You have the upper hand. Then everything is falling into place. You're completely satisfied with the results. And this leads to a brand new passionate beginning. It might be in any area of your life, it might be in your personal relationships, but nevertheless, it's your energy, it's your new beginning. Aries is in May, and then it's greatly supported by the sun. Seems to me that you're gonna chase and follow your heart's desire. It's gonna be the fire that is gonna get you going, and it's gonna be the success integrated in whatever beginning you wanna put to the world, Aries. The sun promises abundance, good health, good developments. It's like everything you can wish for, Aries. And this is happening for you in June. You're gonna have completely optimistic new approach to the situation from the first 6 months of the year, which means that whatever is in lack, whatever is missing in February, it's gonna be restored and balanced, and it's gonna give you the position that you really desire. You're going to be able to really put pardon me, you're gonna be able to put all your efforts under control and start something new. And this is going to be probably a project that you desire so much. It's like a dream come true. This is how I feel it, because you have the Queen of Cups and the sun surrounding this project. This is you being completely in line with what you want the most. Then the sun, the most positive energy in the tarot, is also supporting this new beginning. So this is something that is really, really precious to you, Aries, and really, really valuable. And so the first 6 months of the year for you, Aries, really look fantastic. There might be a weaker moment in February, and then going to March, there might be some leftovers, but you're gonna manage to get on top of things. You have the upper hand into any developments, and if it's about business, creative projects, private private business whatsoever, you're gonna be successful with it 100%, Aries. And let me see how July, August and September are going to look for you, Aries. And we have the world in July. Some of you, Aries, might be traveling, might be taking some time to really enjoy the achievements from the first 6 months, or generally find time to, end something from before, like a bigger chapter from before that needed, this happy development to be at play, so something else to be, disappearing from the picture. But this is also card of Saturn. So you not only have the protection of Jupiter the first 5 months of the year 2023, but then in July, all of a sudden you have the good support from Saturn, ending a cycle from before, something long lasting, and all of a sudden a surprise. In August, there is going to be a surprise. Something is gonna hit you unexpectedly, and it's the agent of change, the Tower energy. Let me see then in September, so that I can read the three energies together. And of course, then you're unstoppable. So whatever you have to end, a longer, bigger, grande chapter in your life, Aries, it's gonna be second half of the year 2023, and it's gonna be in a way that it might happen unexpectedly, because there might be some illusions, some missed points, unchanged, that you are not seeing or you're not able of changing. So turn of events in your favor removes any obstacles. In August is not going to be you going on vacation for sure, or even if you go on vacation or you go to a long trip around the world, you might have to cut it by surprise. Aries, because in September you actually gonna aim to something more. You, with the Knight of Wands energy, this is you, Aries, at your best, being unstoppable, chasing whatever you want to have, whatever you want to achieve. This is the energy of the go-getter, the one that is unstoppable. The only thing that you need to know with this energy is that you have to uh, you have to be strategic, because this is the energy of the fire, and it comes fast and it can go away faster. So if it's something that it takes long, effort, you need to be prepared for that, because this is not such a pro-lasting type of energy, Aries. Let me see now. October, the moon, November, Two of Wands, and then December, the Fool. Seems to me you're gonna run into some unclear situation in the month of October. And it's very normal, because October is the season of Libra, and then the sun goes in the opposite sign of Aries. So we, as Aries, start to feel it in a way, like, things are not going exactly the way we want them to go. So there is some confusion, or some things are unclear, but yet there is options, there is a path, we just need to find it. And we, being unstoppable in the month of September, I believe that Aries can find their path either way, because after October, Aries is making new plans again, a newfound value, a newfound project, a newfound something to be treasured. It's on the horizon again, and it leads Aries to a brand new passionate beginning. A brand new passionate beginning with the promise for a big, new, successful chapter in the life of Aries. It's like, I really believe that this might be the case, actually, because we also have in July ending of a cycle, successful ending of a cycle. And these are big cycles, Aries. This has been a couple of years, this world situation that you're ending with the blessings of Saturn. There is something that needs your attention in order to be completed in the best way possible, in terms that it's gonna give you the needed credit and the support of the universe with the form of good karma to support your new journey. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a few months for you to figure out, Aries. And not only that, overall I see Aries, because look, you start the year with 9 of Cups, and you end the year with a brand new beginning, a brand new chapter. What is that you want, Aries? You know already, at the end of 2022, you know exactly what you want. For some of you, it's to relocate to another place, another country, another city. For some other of you, is to, start something completely different, something that they never done before. For majority of you, it's a new project, new business, new investment project. Either way, because there are many wants. And what I see also for you is that you actually, in the most part of this period, Aries, are going to be really emotionally satisfied and emotionally balanced. Like, there is really nothing disturbing in this reading. Honest to God, I don't see any major issue with the way the year looks for Aries. 2023 seems to be midpoint from Aries, moving from their old story, their own idea about who they are, to something completely new. It's gonna go through a very successful turnovers. I'm just gonna pull one card to see this Five of Cups. It's the only weak part in the reading. It's to do with, as I said, Aries, when you get everything that you need, everything that you so much desire, you know, there will be a moment when you will recognize all the missed opportunities because you can see everything from above. And you will recognize something from the past that it's lacking. But this is just going to be a reminder of what else is missing for your Ten of Cups happiness. And you're gonna aim for that. And oh boy, how you gonna aim to that? You're gonna be unstoppable. Aries, you are a warrior, and I see you really fighting for this new beginning. You're gonna be pushing yourself to the limit for a good reason, with the right emotional, setup, mind setup, emotional setup. Everything will be aligned with your great, bright new idea, this new beginning. It's like in two chapters. There is a mid chapter of something new that is actually going to support you to end something old. This is like you start something smaller, but something completely new with a lot of optimism, with a lot of support. And these steps are preventing you to not be able to close a bigger chapter in your life. Whatever you are not able to, transform for yourself, change for yourself, improve for yourself, you're gonna be supported by the universe, by the fortunate, although surprising turn of events. And you will understand this exactly for what it is, because it's gonna give you the idea that you are completely unstoppable and the winner in this situation. And you're gonna go through any unclarity, any fear-based beliefs. You're gonna be able to break them down and cut them out of the picture, and still aim yourself for the best possible outcome. Aries, I'm gonna be pulling two major Kana cards for your reading in 2023, just to see the overall motion. Okay, we have the Justice card, and there is going to be another card. These are really big, and they're also plastic, so it's really hard to manipulate them around. Do you see that? So let me make this clear. You come in 2023, ending 2022 in harmony and balance, supported, and then it's like everything aligns for your intentions. All your efforts are really going to be benefited with results. Literally, whatever you push for starting 2023, it's gonna be supported by the universe. Any effort that you make is gonna give you result proportionate to the amount of effort that you put it in the process, Aries. And this is the energy that is gonna help you to completely transform yourself. But this is not a transformation that it's going to be happening in the year 2023. I believe this is a transformational process that has started for Aries at least from 2 years ago, and it's now turning into a successful story of you being completely transformed and starting a brand new journey, but this time, for a completely new reason. Because whatever, this is the Scorpio energy, and Scorpio's avatar is Pluto, and Pluto is the agent of change that really it's, confirming any deep psychological transformation. And this is how I see you, Aries, from a balanced situation from which you push yourself to really transform for the better, make the sun shine again on top of you forever. You're gonna do all the right steps in order to transform to the very deepest levels of your existence yourself, Aries. and this is your success story, but this is like more spiritual understanding. I believe that you can really achieve whatever transformation you need in the year 2023, because these two cards by themselves, first, it's a natural flow. This is the energy of Libra, and then this is the energy of Scorpio. It's a natural flow for you, ending, completing so needed transformative process going on with a complete success. Because here it is, the sun is shining on everything you want to do at the end of 2023. So you are undergoing a very successful transformation, Aries, in the year 2023, in which you're actually going to be in a position to do literally whatever you want to do next. This is how I take it. And yes, you're gonna be having some challenges, but not so much, and not so hard, and not so impossible to be taken care of. And I am 100% sure about it. I have no weak spot. I don't have any weak spot here. It's really clean and, easy to read spread of cards. And I'm not saying this only because, I'm happy to see these energies. It's because I really feel this is the case. There is no complete happiness without a bit reminder of, things that we cannot have, because nobody can have it all. Let's be honest. And then, of course, some scarcity is always available, but let's don't forget, Aries has everything they need to be very, very successful. And then, look at that. Any Aries that has some kind of legal fights, expect some decision from a court, from, something to do with law, with justice. Is gonna go in your favor, Aries, and it's gonna greatly support your transformation to the better. Like if you are expecting some financial results from a court case, it's coming. It's gonna help you to credit your progress, because this is a big progress that you are trying to achieve this year 2023. I'm really happy for you, Aries. I'm gonna be pulling one card from my Zen deck just to see, for the hard times, if there are such for Aries in the year 2023, what would be the advice? These are cards that I usually use when, the situation is really, really heavy, hard, whatsoever. But I don't see it like this for the year 2023 for Aries, to be honest. So let's see what the advice is going to be anyway. And I'm gonna be taking this one. And we have the Harmony card. And the Harmony literally says, restore harmony, create peace in all situations, rather than pushing the river, flow with it. Aries, I really see a very pleasant and very, positive situation for you ahead in 2023. So go with the flow. Be the harmony needed for everything to go as smooth as possible. I really wish this to you. I really wish that you make the best out of any given opportunity, and you're gonna be having a lot of offers, a lot of giving to you from the universe, from divine realms, great support, and I really hope you make the best out of this year, Aries. Let me know how this reading is for you and if it's supporting you in your decisions, and like, share, comment it under it, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. This will be greatly appreciated, Aries. I'll see you very, very soon, and all the best from me.